Really good.
Yeah, I think it feels really good for all of us to be back in Gill in front of Beaver Nation again. It's great to have all their support and just really fun to compete with our team out there.
Yeah, I feel like definitely for me, it's just like 1 year off. I was like sitting injured, and now I'm back, and I got to be with this amazing team, and I can't be more thankful for that. So it was a great feeling. Got a little bit of emotions, but we got to carry through, and I had a blast today.
Yeah, I think we started off stronger than we really have ever. I thought today went so well for so many people, but we have a foundation now, and we can build from there. But I just saw so much love and honestly fire in people's eyes today, which is so great so early on. We haven't even hit January yet, so I'm really excited to see where we go.
Yeah, Coach said the same exact thing. Maddie and Kiki, you decided to come back.
Yes.
What made that decision for you?
Well, definitely for me, it was like I got injured last year, and I had to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to end with an injury, or am I going to come back? And I knew the second that, I got injured, I looked at, Tanya and Brian and Michael, and I was just like, I'm coming back.
It was that day, right?
Yeah, that day. I was like, you can't get rid of me yet. I'm coming back. So it was really great that, they literally did everything that they could to help me, and the fact that I'm back, literally December is incredible because it's a huge injury to come back from. So I can't be more thankful for the coaches, and especially my teammates. You guys rocked it. I had the best support system out of anywhere I could ask for. So it was great.
She was the best cheerleader ever. Her attitude
Absolutely.
throughout that whole process was, she's always like this, but it's hard to be like that with an injury. So we were really grateful for that. But yeah, I just felt like I wasn't quite done yet. And then COVID year really made me sad when no fans were allowed to be here. And I just feel like a whole year was kind of ripped away from us. And so I just really wanted one more year to look up in the stands and see all the fans there and just take it in. And Gill is a really cool place. So I just wanted another year, and I'm really grateful that I was able to. So.
And the last time your sister was competing or coaching in Gill, she was coaching for a different team.
Yeah.
Now she's here, just what is that like?
We are very close, and so at first it's a little bit hard with a different role. She's my coach, not my sister that I can kind of, mess around with. But I think she knows what I need, and that was even when we were competing, we knew what each other needed. So it's just a different role, but I'm really grateful to have her out there and just give me a fist pump, and it's almost like a look. She doesn't really have to say anything. It's just like a look she gives me, so it's really fun.
And Dagen, I know you just got back with the team very recently. What is it just about competing for college that you love?
What I love the most is the team atmosphere. I never really grew up with that, so I was excited to get here and have 20 sisters that are always rooting for you and cheering you on and supporting each other, and that's just the best feeling ever.
And knowing that gymnastics is a little bit more of a mental sport, just how much does that cheering and that team atmosphere really help you when you're going out there to compete?
Oh, that makes the world's difference. When you can hear your team cheering you on in the background and knowing that they have your back every step of the way just gives you that sense of calmness and confidence that you can do it.
Yeah, I know these two, they've had a lot of experience. You've got 1 year of experience under your belt now. Just how do you feel like you've grown in that 1 year being a student athlete?
Yeah, I think I've grown a lot. The first year it just felt really fast and you don't really know what you're doing, but they've done a great job at pulling us along and teaching us along the way.
And Kiki, I know you were out last year.
Yeah.
You're still very important to that culture. How do you feel like even though you were injured, you're still one of those vets that's there that has that experience? How do you feel like you guys have really built this culture to come out and have such a great start to the season?
Oh my goodness, I definitely feel like it's been the times we've actually got to bond together. I feel like this year we've really taken the time to create relationships with each other, and I feel like over the years we've done that before, but this year we really honed on it because we know how important it is to create this sisterhood. And now we have a new word we say beat with one heart, and I could see it from this team. We try our best to just come together as a family and just beat with one heart and go out there and show the world that we're here and we're here to shine for you guys. And there's so much that goes into it, but definitely that beating with one heart as a team. So.
And I know know you guys have had this first meet, but I want to look ahead to kind of the end. Like, what are your team goals for the season? Things that you really want to accomplish, things you're working for?
We talked a lot about this at our team retreat.
Yes.
We're calling it our team mission this year, and we're going to nationals. That's like the overarching goal, and then we're calling them little victories along the way. So Jade said how this is like our first little victory, and so just kind of like checkpoints along the way. We kind of have this like idea that we're in a car and we're on a road trip, and it's just getting to nationals. So and then there's like pit stops along the way, tweaks you need to make, but along the way there are so many little victories to celebrate, and today was one. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and little tweaks that you got to make in 2 or 3 weeks before you hit that first competition. What would those tweaks be?
I think overall today was a great start. Definitely lots of good things to come from today, but I would just say the details. We have all the skills and we can make all the routines, but just really hitting those handstands on bars and sticking those landings will really put us at the top.
Tanya said you got some freshmen that are going to be big impact players for you guys this year. Just how have you been able to kind of bring them in and lift them up in such a short amount of time?
They're honestly very different individuals, but come
definitely.
together and bring so much to the team. So I think they came in right off the bat just wanting it, and that helps. And they're just willing to like make changes and willing to work hard. So I think that's really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. Like I could say that from when they came in, you could see the little fire, but now like they have a bigger fire, and it's amazing to see that because like definitely as freshmen, it's scary to come in into like a huge team not knowing what you're going to expect, but these girls came in with a huge like amount of fire, like ready to go, and we were like literally just feeding them like the best we can, and it's been amazing because they've been a huge like contribution to this team. I can't think.
On bars today, Francesca felt like not a freshman. She's like, "We got this, guys." I was like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, we
So
do."
proud of her.
So I don't know. They bring a really fun energy.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Anyone else? Great.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Because of other issues that they're having right now, but they should be healthy and ready to go here in a few weeks. So just even being on the floor makes a difference. Instead of in the stands watching, it's very, very different. So, and what the responsibilities and roles are, you're all a part of what's happening, whether you're actually competing or not. You have a role, and I think for them to understand what that role is huge.
I know you get to see it every single day in practice, but who are some of the younger athletes that kind of will have to step into one of those leading roles this year for your team?
Well, I think all of the freshmen that we have are going to make a big impact immediately on an even bars, and then we'll bring them along slow on some of the other events, but they are definitely going to add to our depth on that event, which is huge because we've just been building each year, and so that's really exciting, and they did a great job, the two that competed, and the other two are very strong on that event. It's probably one of their strengths.
And I know, even thinking back to last year, just the importance of you wanted this team to learn how to just breathe and kind of be able to find that calm mindset in order for your team to perform at the best. Just how much better have they gotten at that?
Well, you can definitely see a huge improvement from the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It was interesting because I would say the majority of our athletes competing were upperclassmen or sophomores and up. So there was this calmness through warm-ups, calmness through competition. Like, yeah, I know what we do, and they've been able to really focus in on being present and aware of what's happening to them right then and there, and not thinking ahead or living in the past. So I saw some really great work that way for all of them.
Yeah. And last year, Jade was just a freshman. Now she's a sophomore. Just how have you seen her really take on a little bit more of a leadership role?
Well, Jade has really been back with the team just these last couple of weeks because she's been out training and competing for the U.S. So she was at World Championships and got back into training, I would say, around November 19th or so. So it's been good to see her. I mean, she's just more comfortable. All of those athletes are more comfortable with each other. They know what to expect. It's not all new. And so I think that makes a big difference because they can step into those leadership roles and really take ownership of not just their gymnastics, but the team as well.
Yeah, and even though Jade not able to be with the team, just how does someone that's just at that level bring a sort of competition to your team?
Yeah, it's actually a calm, confident, relaxed energy that she has. She's that belief in her. Also, they learn how to have that belief in themselves. Maddie is the same way. Maddie has a lot of experience as well. So having Jade and Maddie there to lead this team makes a big, big difference. And so we're blessed to have Maddie and Kiki or Christina back in the lineups because they bring a lot of experience as well.
And looking forward just to this season, I know kind of what Jade does for the U.S. It's a very different feel in college. You know, you're performing and you're competing for a university. Just what are those conversations been like with her about how excited she is to come and put on an Oregon State leotard?
Well, she's really excited for the college season, and we're looking at, as she's training for 2024, how do we kind of live in both worlds a little bit, and what do? We don't overtrain her during the college season for the U.S., but she's still able to participate fully because she loves this energy, and it's not like anything else. So it's really important for her to be a part of this as well. So it's just looking at how do we balance that? And so we have those conversations, talk about what we can do, and like I said, making sure that we're not overtraining, but we're still just what we're putting out on the floor is she feels great about, and she's able to be successful with that as well as go for all of her dreams with the Olympics and World Championships and everything that she wants to do in her athletic career.
Yeah, and my old boss actually was one that gave you some cards that they had made for her. And so what do you think just having an athlete that's just at that level performing for Oregon State, what do you think that'll do for just the sport of gymnastics in this area?
Yeah, it's definitely made a big difference across the country having these athletes come and participate in both worlds. And she is one of the few that is continuing to stay involved with college. That's her plan, is to stay involved with college athletics and go for her dream in the Olympics. So it's remarkable that she balances school and all the rest of what's on her plate as well.
Yeah, and you look at gymnastics being one of the sports where a lot of times athletes have to choose at such a young age what route they're going to go. But we've seen many athletes, successful athletes that we've been able to watch in the Olympics, Maggie Nichols, Suni Lee, that have chosen to go to college. What do you think is it about college sports that just attracts these athletes to choose this route?
It is a team competition, and even though Olympic Games and World Championships are team, you don't train with that team 24/7. You're not around them all the time, and this is the closest thing to that team sport that you're going to feel. It is a very different experience. It's different rules. It's a different game in a sense. You have to make sure you play that code differently than you play the international code. So you have to be strategic in both worlds.
And how important do you think it is? I mean, you've been coaching for a long enough time, and it's this team environment. How important is it for the athlete's confidence just to be in an environment like that when gymnastics is such a mental sport?
Well, it's healthy. It's it gives you a different break. It gives you a different lens to look at your gymnastics through. And so I think college is a very healthy experience and an invigorating experience. And so I think that's a part of why they're choosing to participate in the college programs as well.
And then between now and your first competition, what are some areas that you want to see the team get a little bit better?
Well, I mean, I know that we're planning on doing some bigger vaults by the start of season. We wanted just to get out on this floor and do that. Body positions on bars and looking at stuck landings and just little detail things throughout the rest of the events. They did a great job, and I'm very excited. This is probably one of the best starts we've had. So I'm really excited for this season.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Coach.
Okay, thank you.